everyone. Today is our third video in our mean stack tutorial where we're going to be building a mean application from start to finish and then deploying it into production. In this particular video, we're just getting started and we're going to be creating our repositories that we're going to work in. So essentially just creating the foundation to begin our project. So the first thing that we want to do is we're going to create our repository folder. So you see, this is where I save all of my files in my, I go to Documents, I go to GitHub, and you'll see in a little bit where this is created. But essentially, I'm going to come in, I'm going to right click, I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to give it our project name. And then I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to GitHub. We're going to log in. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our repositories. And we're going to create two new repositories. So the first one we're going to do is create new. And we're going to create our backend. So I'm going to call this Amazing Treats API. The Amazing Treats project. We're going to say that this is private, and then we're going to create the repository. We're then going to come to our repositories again, and we're going to create a new one again, and this one we're going to call Amazing Treats UI, and this will be the front end of the Amazing Treats project. We're going to mark that as private so only we can commit to it. And then we're going to create that repository as well. So from here, if I go to our repositories, I've got the UI and the API, the front end and the back end. You could make these a single one, but I kind of like to keep it separate. So what we'll do is I'm going to go into our UI first. And from here, I'm going to, actually, I guess we don't really need to be into this. What I use is this tool called GitHub Desktop. And so you want to open this. You could just search for this if you don't have this installed. So what we can do is we can come over to our file here. And what we want to do is we want to clone a repository. And you can see the repositories that we have. Since this is a unedited video and I kind of want to go through the whole process, I'm actually going to go ahead and sign out here. Save and exit. Let's open this again. Just kind of want to show the sign in process since I'm already logged in. So file, options, you would sign in to your GitHub account. So go ahead and click sign in and it's going to say continue with browser. It's going to say you're trying to open it. You're just going to click open. And this should then sign you in. Okay, from here, now I'm going to clone a repository and I'm going to select my UI. I'm going to choose the path. And I want it to be in my Amazing Treats folder. Select folder, and you'll see that it's in the GitHub Amazing Treats UI. And then I'm going to click clone. And so you can see that we're actually inside of this. And we can open it inside of Visual Studio Code. So I could actually have a new text file in here and let's go steps. Step 1, clone UI repository. If I save this in here, well, let's not save it in there. But if we saved it in here, you would see that it would take effect in here. We'll see this later. And so then the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to clone another one. And let's clone our API. Make sure it's in that amazing treats folder. And let's go ahead and clone it. And there it's cloned. So now let's go back to Visual Studio. Let's file and let's exit this out. And let's open Visual Studio Code. It's going to open us back up there. But let's go ahead and open a new window, because sometimes I like to work off of this. And then we can go File. Let's open a folder. We can go to our documents. We can go to GitHub. And we can open Amazing Treats. And you'll be able to see both of our repositories here. Right, so generally, that's what I'll work off of. And then you can come in and go to your GitHub desktop to then push those things live. So both our repositories are now set up. We're ready to start installing our environments, which we'll then do in our next video. So thanks for listening. Hope it's helpful. We're just getting started. Again, I'm not going to edit any of these videos. We're just going to do a straight, like from start to finish build. I'm sure we'll come across many of roadblocks. I'll probably run into some issues that I haven't had before. We'll get through it together, and it should be a good learning journey. Again, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.